We also want to go back out on the scene right now to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Major drama today in Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter trial. He, of course, is charged with involuntary manslaughter after the fatal shooting on the set of Rust back in 2021. Day 3 of witness testimony wrapping up early. Judge Mary Marlowe Summer dismissing the jury now until Monday. She's been asked by the defense to dismiss the case over a dispute related to ammunition evidence. For more on the Alec Baldwin criminal trial, let's go to Lou Shapiro. He joins us now live. And Lou, this issue over these live rounds not turned over to the defense, is it a big deal or a tempest in a teapot?
Well, it's the defense's job to be a zealous advocate and to make any and all arguments appropriate for purposes of appeal. I highly doubt that the judge is going to dismiss the case in light of this argument. Usually, once a jury is impaneled, absent prejudicial evidence that you really can't cure, typically a judge will maybe delay the trial in order for the evidence to be analyzed and looked at and so forth. But a full dismissal, that is unlikely in this case.
Lou, if you were watching, it appeared today that the judge seems to be getting irritated with the prosecution, especially over this particular issue. How should court watchers read the tea leaves?
Well, look, judges are supposed to remain objective and not indicate to the jury how they feel about a case, regardless of their rulings. They have to be very careful about that. There's even an instruction about that at the end where the judge says, nothing that I have the judge said, acted, or did should be taken as towards the innocence or guilt of the defendant. You know, having said that, though, practically speaking, if the jury sees a pattern of the judge showing frustration to one side of the courtroom, that could hurt the prosecution in the long run. However, we are early on in the trial. There are some glitches always that come up in every situation that need to be worked out. So if the prosecution has a better case as it goes, the jury would very likely forget about how the judge acted towards the prosecution today.
And we should point out it is not clear whether the jury was inside the courtroom for all of that back and forth between the judge and the prosecution. But what is the burden of proof when it comes to reasonable doubt in involuntary manslaughter? Is it still reasonable doubt?
Yeah, it's still proof beyond a reasonable doubt. The prosecution needs to prove that Baldwin did not act in a negligent manner, which resulted in the death of the victim in the case. You know, Baldwin is obviously arguing that there was an armorist on the set. She actually pled guilty. She took responsibility for this. I'm a mere actor, and I shouldn't be held accountable because somebody else didn't do their job. The prosecution's going to say, it doesn't matter if there's an armorist on the set. You are handling a lethal weapon. And anytime somebody's handling a lethal weapon, you don't point that at anybody. Everybody knows that. You messed up. You didn't meet your duty of care. And for that reason, there's negligence. Those are the arguments cutting both ways.
I just want our audience to know that that widget on the side of your screen is the president arriving at Joint Base Andrews, about to make his way to Michigan. We're keeping an eye on that. But we all believe today we were going to hear from the armorer in this case, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. We didn't. What do you make about the fact that her testimony has been put on hold? Is it now taking a back seat to the issue of this ammunition? Because a lot of people have been asking, where are the bullets? And the defense has been saying they got rid of the bullet, they got rid of the gun. And now we're finding out that there were live rounds that were discovered. Is that the type of thing that feeds into reasonable doubt?
Absolutely. Anytime that there seems to be some type of something that is disorganized or unplanned on the part of the prosecution, that just creates more doubt. That causes the jury to think, well, why am I here this whole time judging somebody for their innocence or guilt when the prosecution, who has the burden of proof, doesn't have their ducks in order? That's very important. So it could come to haunt the prosecution in the long run.
Certified criminal law specialist Lou Shapiro. Lou, thank you very much as we continue to watch the events unfolding in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Lou, thanks.
You got it.